Hello everybody, my name is Lottie Do Nothing and welcome back to the cottage. Today's video is a big adventure because this June I'm going to go see my icon, the legend, Taylor Swift. I'm seeing her in Cardiff June 17th, 18th, June, and I've decided that I'm going to make my outfit. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Taylor Swift or her current tour, the Eras tour, then you might not know that a lot of people are dressing up as their favorite quote-unquote era. That meaning their favorite album, from Taylor Swift all the way to the newest album, Tortured Poets Department. And I am going as Reputation. Now, I have done a couple of bits of sewing in the past. Here is a couple of examples, but I'm not the biggest sewer. I have not sewn much. Most of the time I am just guessing, but I really want this to look good. So let us break down the idea. So the idea for the outfit is basically inspiration from her in the show now, from the Reputation era, some from the Reputation tour, and some from the album itself. And if you mix that all up together, it's something like this: a cute corset that has rhinestone snakes on the back and says Rep on the back in the font that is on the album and that she wears for merch and in one of the outfits from the Reputation tour, I want to say. Plus some real cute shorts. That's the outfit. Super simple, right? Now, I have made a corset before and it went terribly. I'm never making it again. It was one of the first things I sewed. And I did not know how to do my seams properly, so we're not going to be doing that. This time we're hoping for neater and more concise looking type of thing. And I've never made shorts. Now, I do plan on buying a sewing pattern for both of these. We'll see how far through we actually get with that idea. And as Taylor Swift once famously said, are you ready for it? So it's voiceover Lottie here. I hope you get used to my voice quickly. I'm gonna be here a bit. Now, when it came to the corset, I did have a pattern that I really like. I just didn't use it. I ended up using a corset I already owned, tracing it out and cutting it out on cardboard, as you can see here, which is actually really useful when it came to cutting out the pattern pieces on the fabric itself. But they do use up a lot of room is the only issue, and I do not own much storage space. And then I cut out the fabric. Much professionalism.
Hello, it is day whatever we're on, and I'm ill. This is the loudest my voice will go. I am essentially shouting right now, and so you don't have to listen to this horrific voice for much longer. I'm going to quickly explain what today's plan is. We are going to sew the corset together and do all the boning on it, but to make sure this doesn't go wrong, I'm making a second corset in this really pretty balloon material for fun, just for myself. So I'm going to do it first on this, so if it goes wrong, I'm not damaging the important one. That's today's aim, in between sneezing and having little naps on the sofa. So let's get cracking.
Now, with actually sewing this, I did want to zigzag stitch it all. However, I don't know how to do that properly without my thread going weird. I think I've got the tension wrong, but that I wasn't going to bother with that on this project. This just needed to hold together, and the straight stitch did that. And I also learned that I'm not sewing correctly to my seam allowance. I'm not sewing it enough, so I'm not actually ironing my seams properly either. I'll learn in the future. Now, with the boning, what I did, I cut it out. I took the piece of plastic out and wrote a number on it, which corresponded to which bone it was. And then I just sewed the fabric onto the corset itself. It made it a lot easier, and I also don't trust myself that if the plastic were in there, that I wouldn't accidentally sew into it and break a needle. Today we have a lot
to do. It is T-minus 1 month to the show, and so today we're gonna finish off bias binding the corset. We're gonna cut out a pattern for shorts. We're gonna pin them together, maybe start sewing them, and I want to make some more friendship bracelets because we have a few, not many, and we've got a whole box of beads. So to get us in the mood, we're gonna cozy up. We're gonna light some incense. We're gonna put on some good vibes, and we're gonna friendship bracelet make.
Friendship bracelet making, the curse that it is. How I went into this project thinking with naive bushy eyes how fun this would be, and it wasn't. I went a little bit insane making them. For example, this one didn't make it to the concert, and that was because it broke. Before I even tied it off, most of them died by me just seeing if they'd fit around my wrist and the beads falling off because I never learnt my lesson. I guess the friends we made were the beads we lost on the way.
Let's go. Come on, baby. At least I don't have to go to a gym. This boy's heavy. So, bias binding is on. We just need to sew it. Do I like the red on this? It is so red. Is this a bad time to say I don't like the color red? We're sewing the bottom on first, because then once it's done I can actually push the boning down properly and trim any on the top if needed, and then we're going to do the top. Also because this is going to be horrific. This is what the straps look like. You can't even see that. It's just a horror of pins on it. I'm nervous for this. I can't lie. I've lost my pedal. Oh god. I'm sure all other sewers are as professional as I am. Wait, is it sewing? Wait, are you sewing? I'm going into this tour blind now. Like, I knew the set list for the US and, like, international tour. But the European leg, I know nada. I know nothing. Be her first proper show in Wales. Just want a bora da. Bora da. Dwi I Taylor Swift. I doubt Taylor Allison Swift is gonna speak Welsh. If Taylor Swift speaks Welsh at the show, I will recreate an outfit from the show that she wears. Which, let's be honest, with my sewing skills right now, as I'm here with twiddly stupid little scissors, unpicking my sewing. How wrong could that go?
For some reason, my mics aren't working. It is done. And I want to curl up into a ball and not move. This was horrific. Nope, never doing that again. What I've learned is that going around corners, unlike the tops of this, horrific when I don't know how to do it properly. And also the amount of times I had to unpick it because I had sewn the bias binding together and not sewn it actually onto the fabric. But alas, it is done. Maybe I actually like the red on it now, I think. Next step is adding in grommets. I can't even, did it even focus if I hide? Oh, that won't even focus. Wow. We have 10 gold. The pack I brought, did I check if I had enough? No, of course not. Duh. I would be clever. So we've got black and gold. So I'm going to try and get gold ones on this bit here where the actual lacing up will be, and where the shoulder bits are going to be attached, use black ones, because I think they should be hidden pretty well. We've got our mallet. We've got a blanket on the floor so I don't damage it, because I rent. This isn't my own home. Nor if I owned it would I be able to afford new floors. So, let's get hammering. Yeah, this is where I'm mentally at. Now, doing grommets, eyelets, whatever you want to call them, seems like an easy job. It's surprisingly time consuming, especially, like me, when you do it wrong. The little tool I'm using to poke the holes, I did not need to use. The whole point is that you use the tool that you use to hammer the grommets in to also make the holes. And extra fun fact on this, I put the eyelets in the wrong way. The bit I'm hammering now on the inside of the fabric should be on the outside. It's probably why I then faced issues with them later on. I did not read the instructions, despite how in the video I believe I did. Ta-da! Now I don't have my glasses on right now because I've left them somewhere. And the place is such a mess, I'm actually not sure where they are. So I actually can't see myself. Jesus, am I really that blind? Whoa. But here we are. Yeah, this was worth the blood, sweat and tears from today. This is the almost finished project. Now, I think I'm gonna get a thinner red ribbon for the actual lacing of this bit. I've used one from another course that I have. It's much thinner. It's much better because I'm so scared the grommets are gonna fall out with this thicker ribbon. But these bows are staying where they are. I think they're really cute. I feel very what is it, like baby girl corset type. It's a little big on me, which I think is quite nice because if I'm bloated from eating, bloated from water, or sweaty, a little bit of movement I think is gonna be nice for me. Yeah, I'm really freaking happy with this. I made this. Sorry, I made this. Next up is adding all of the snakes. Oh my god, I made this. I'm a little sad I didn't have enough gold grommets. The answer is I could have just waited. But patience is a virtue and I don't own that virtue apparently. This has restored some hope in me. I was beginning to get really, really stressed. Going, I don't have a backup option if this doesn't work. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Hello. I've misplaced my microphones. So this is how we're doing it today. Today, we're making shorts. I have already cut out a pattern ready. Huzzah. And I've made a mock-up, which I've put somewhere. And I've made a mock-up using scrap fabric, and that's too small. So, when we're actually cutting out the fabric, we're gonna add like an inch on each side, maybe half an inch on each side. Because I'd rather have too much space and hem more than not have enough. That's the plan. The aim is that they're gonna be cute little shorts. Cute, yeah, exactly. Wow. Cute little shorts, and then the waistband, and it's gonna tie with red ribbon. That's the plan. The floor is hummus. There's a globe, a TARDIS, open pack of needles, and a jar of shells. But you know how we're gonna power through this? Hang on, I gotta grab it. Originally, I was going to buy myself a headband from this amazing store called Chasing Childhood. But they weren't going to arrive in time. They were going to arrive like the day after the show. I was like, damn it, I missed my window. Or what am I going to do with my hat? And then my friend was like, there's a store that's selling tiaras right now. I was like, oh my god, that's amazing. When you go, can you have a look if there's a black and red one? And they were like, yeah, sure. And then they came into work and they gave me this. A tiara. Yeah, I'll get closer. Oh god, it's so bright. I have a tiara and it's perfect. Let's do it. I mean, actually, we're probably gonna have a break because I'm hungry. I want a bacon and hash brown sandwich, but then we're gonna cut out shorts. Now this is the only footage I have of me making the shorts. I thought I filmed more. I did not. However, this is a good clip to prove how finicky I made it. This was for like the top bit where the ribbon was going through, and I made it so much harder than it really needed to be. I wasted like a good 45 minutes trying to get like the bias on it right so that it sits beautifully. I didn't, and you couldn't notice. Truth is, this is really a fake it till you make it project. If you think there's any skill here, nah. Fake it till you make it. Hello everybody, today we're in an apron, of which isn't very flattering on me the way Mickey Mouse's cheeks are popping up. Hide, Mickey, hide. It's 5 days until the concert. And everything is here, everything is done, but the rhinestones. And we've got 5 days to go, and this is like the only day. So we have a lot to do. But I've already kind of started. So this is the queen, the beauty, the corset, and we are going to be attaching a lot of rhinestones onto it, so it isn't just this void of blackness on it, which is fine. It's just not, it's not giving right now. So to do that, I have cut out little guys that I'm going to trace around onto the fabric so I know the shapes of the rhinestones. So I say so a lot, and it's a little bit weird. We're going to have 2 snakes on the front, and then we're going to have rep on the back. We have all the tools. We have, I think there's 4,000 rhinestones in this, tweezers, a paintbrush, and glue, and if needed, salt to keep the demons away. Because let's be honest, this is going to be hell, so let's crack into this. And let's start gluing and losing our minds. Now, through the process of rhinestoning, I learned a lot. For example, don't use tweezers to put them all on. Use the cool little tool you see all the TikTokers using. Probably much easier and less infuriating. I used about 2 pairs of tweezers that are now permanently glued together. Rhinestones. We have done the snakes. We've also been here like an hour, and we've done 2 snakes. But it's what am I trying to say? The process is both quicker and slower than I was originally imagining. Definitely, if you look close up, it's a little messy on edges, but I'm fine with that because from this angle, it looks pretty good. I'm making something and it feels good. And it looks decent. And the glue dries pretty clear, which is good. And as the glue dries, it's also kind of taken away my white crayon, which is good. I also don't mind if there's a slight outline. If the slight outline is there, it'll make it pop a little bit. Having my little stencils though definitely helped. It made the process a lot easier, and then I didn't keep double crossing to my references. It was already traced on. The rhinestones I used actually also get smaller in size, which I didn't realize until I was about halfway through. I thought I was going to run out, but because they got smaller the more I had, obviously maths, that makes sense. But if you look closely, through rep, it just gets smaller, and that really bugs me even though I know you can't notice it from afar. And with the process of 2 evenings of rhinestoning, I got to watch quite a few movies, including Keira Knightley's Pride and Prejudice, one I'd never seen. Shocking, considering how much I love the book, and how much I love the one with zombies in. In fact, I could almost swoon as hard as Keira Knightley did as Mr. Darcy comes across that field like he did in that misty morning day. So much that you can even see Brett in the background. Didn't notice they were there.
It is complete. I think it's about 11:45 at night. And she is done, and I'm so tired. I've never really costume crunched before. I've normally had things well planned in advance. This is close. I mean, it's 3 days until the show, but this is my last chance to do this. And we did it. And it looks really good. I'm really happy with it. The only thing I'm not sure on is how secure the rhinestones are. I don't know how much I trust this glue, but I'm just gonna leave it here again overnight. Maybe for another day and just let it sit and rest and stick. And I hope that it holds up. But I'm really happy with the overall look. It makes the corset look 100 times better. The shade of red isn't that far off from the ribbon as well, so it matches a little bit. I'm gonna go to bed, and I see you for the wrap up.
Karma's got a thing for me. We hold hands, make plans, keep the receipts. Karma, she's my best friend. One step closer, here's how it ends. Karma's got a thing for me. You see, you'll be digging up 6 feet. Karma's never let me down. My smile will kill when I cut you out. It's karma.
Folks, we did it. We conquered the Eras Tour and made an outfit. You're not here for a review of the tour, but all I would say is that it was phenomenal. Phenomenal. Different words there. Phenomenal. Nothing will ever beat that show. In theatrics, in performance, in everything. But how did the outfit hold up? It actually did really well. I was really nervous about the glue holding up. Just as we were about to leave, finishing off like the final touches of our outfits, a rhinestone did fall off, but I was able to put it back on with eyelash glue, and I think it worked really well. Like, that one did not budge. We did lose a few, but that is okay. I wasn't expecting it to hold up, but it still looks really good. It's still, yeah, it still is pretty good. And I suppose if we did a project, I should talk about what I liked and what I didn't like, and if I was to remake this, what I would do. To start off with, what I would improve would be adding a second layer to it. I think I didn't love the bias binding. I think that's really it. I think it looks a little tacky. I think it looks a little tacky and a little too costumey. And I don't know how to explain it, but it just looks like a cheap wig. And so I think next time I would make 2 layers, put the boning on the bottom layer, and then sew it inside out, and it would look better then. I think if I'm gonna do rhinestones again, get a stronger glue, get more tweezers, and a chiropractor. My back still does not feel like it has recovered from being so hunched over, putting all of these hundreds and hundreds of rhinestones on. But it did look really good, so it was kind of worth it. It was one of my first times really dealing with grommets, and I definitely did not put the grommets in hard enough. The short one is falling off. As I'm lacing up the corset, I have to be really careful, as they will just slide off. I don't know whether it was that I was doing it wrong, or maybe I'm not sure. That is something I need to look more on, because I followed the instructions, I think. That is one thing I'm not in love with, because it definitely means the longevity of this corset is a little bit less. But that's okay. With the shorts, I really did like them. I started thinking about how I wanted a skirt. So I think if I had spare fabric and I wasn't sure if I wanted shorts or a skirt, I would have made a skirt as well. And I would have added pockets. It wasn't the end of the world. I didn't really need them, but it would have been helpful to have pockets on hand instead of my bag, just to put like my loops in, or like a lip balm sort of thing for midway through the show when like you need a touch up, or if you want to hear the crowds like I did. I took my loops. I wore them when they weren't performing. I kept them in as the intro for Taylor Swift happened. I was like, nope, I want to hear this, and I took them out. Don't be like me, folks, who wear earplugs at concerts. Things I absolutely loved about this outfit is that it held together. I was real nervous. The short seam on the back started ripping just before we left, so I did resew it, but I did resew it the wrong way, so you could still see the red thread, but it means they didn't split. So I'm proud of that. I'm proud of my sewing skills on it, and it was the perfect outfit. It was comfy, it was cool as well, which is one of the things I really wanted. It was just perfect to me, and I'm really, really happy with it. And now it's gonna sit in a wardrobe. Thank you very much for sticking along with me on this chaotic journey. If you are new here and you want to stick around, then be sure to hit the subscribe button, give this video a like, and follow me on everything: Twitch, Instagram, TikTok. I don't do anything else. And I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys! If you are new here, welcome to the cottage, and please stay, hit the subscribe button. I don't like that. It sounds like I'm going to kidnap people. Thank you. You can leave now.
You might want me to.
And why would I want you to stop recording?
Oh, this is forever, is it?
Well, I can get up to stop the recording. Thank you, assistant. You are dismissed. Good ciao. Yes. Yes. Okay, come for a hug.
Have mercy on me. I don't know what I'm doing. And my potatoes might be boiling over. My potatoes!